Oh, yes, I am ready to go. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday, that's right. It's June the 2nd, and it's afternoon. I thought you needed to get up and taking your nap. I'm ready to tell the story. You're ready to tell your story? Well, good. But I need a little nap. Yeah, you stayed up too late last night. What was you doing? Well, I was trying to get some work done. You should do it during the day. Well, I had just some business things, and checks are right. Did you get any one? Well, I wrote some checks, but I didn't have one for you. And why didn't you? Because I didn't know you worked. Well, I work all the time. I went to see some kids yesterday, and I told a story about Jesus. Well, all right, that's not work. That's just you're volunteering your ministry. But today, Chesley, we have a wonderful Bible story, and I know it's from the book of John. It's from the book of John, chapter 5. You know, Chesley, it's a terrible thing to be sick, isn't it? I don't know. I didn't get sick. Well, that's one thing about it. You're just a wooden boy, and you don't get sick. Then I think it would be sad. It is really sad when there's people that are very sick, and from time to time, we humans, we do get sick. And on this story, this guy did sick for a long time. Oh, yes. Well, let's not go get too much ahead. And I handsome? Oh, yes, I think you're very handsome. You look good. Is my tie straight? Well, I think you look really good. Is my hair straight? And I'm going to make sure I wink and blink and yes, you can wink and blink and flirt. Yes, you can wink and blink and flirt. I think you're all ready to go. But it's important we tell this Bible story today. It's found in the book of John. That is in the New Testament. Jesus was walking past, and he always went where there was needs. He wanted to go where there was sick people. If there was a need, if somebody was sick, if they had a financial need, it was just people who couldn't help themselves. He just had such an interest to go there, and because he cared, he had such love, such what we call compassion, just loving kindness for people. And they couldn't go to the doctor. Well, in some cases, like this case today, this man, the doctor couldn't help him. They didn't know how to fix what was wrong with him. Well, anyhow, as Jesus went by, he went down to a place that was called the Pool of Bethesda. You don't know what that thing is. Is a swimming pool? Well, it's not like a swimming pool. It was a place where people who were sick, that's where they would go. And it was just a place where they could be with others, and someone could help them. Was it a sad place? I think it was probably a sad place. Those who could maybe get around a little bit, they did at least like to be around people who knew what it was to be sick, and they could be friends. Well, yeah, they could be friends, but there was a special thing that happened. From time to time, there would come an angel down and would trouble the waters in this pool. A swimming pool? Well, I don't know if you call it a swimming pool. You could get in it. It was a pool where they could, I think it was supposed to be healing. I don't think it was healing, but there are water exercises that are helpful. But at any rate, this special time when this angel would come and would just got this waters all stirred up, and the first one in got healed. No, dear goodness, I think they had a stampede. Well, you would have thought there had been a stampede, but what if you were unable to go? This man had been sick. He could hardly even get around. He had been laying there on his bed, it was like a pallet, for 38 years. 38 years is nearly 30 years. Nearly 40 years. And what was wrong with him? The Bible doesn't say specifically what was wrong with him, but this man was desperate. He couldn't get help. Well, here Jesus goes by, and he comes and he sees this man, and he said, "Sir, why don't you get in the water? When the pool is troubled." And what did he say? I can't do it. He said, I don't have anyone that can get me in. And he couldn't get in himself. He said, I'm trying to get there. Then he said he wasn't fast enough. He just didn't have the energy, the strength. He was not able to do it. And you know what? Jesus was especially caring of people who could not help themselves. And this man was desperate. So what he said to him, he said, I'll help you and get you in. He just made him whole right there. He healed him. He made him whole right then and there. Oh, I think it was going to, everybody began to rejoice, and they had a great revival. You would think it would be that way. Somebody would be, well, in fact, so everybody there would be happy, especially that knew this man and knew he'd been like this for years. And they would think, this is a wonderful miracle. And who is this man? They wanted to know, who is this man that had healed him? wasn't that way. Well, he was excited. What did he do? Well, he immediately got up. He rolled up his pallet, and he went away because he was so excited and happy. And he wasn't happy, and there was a big crowd, and they wanted to celebrate. No, instead there was these people there, and they were what we call like Pharisees. And was they really happy? And they was like newsmen? No, they weren't like newsmen, but they were people who were supposed to have really known the law really well. And instead of being happy, they said, "Well, you broke the law." And they went, "Who did it? Who did this?" And he said it was Jesus. Well, actually, he didn't even know his name. He said this man came by and said he was the one that helped me, and said, and just went through the whole story, what happened, and said, "I couldn't help myself, but he helped me. He healed me." And then what was the complaint? What they said was, "Well, but you're not supposed to do it on this day. This is a Sabbath day. Nobody's supposed to work." And said, "You're carrying your pallet." Well, if there's nothing wrong with that, you just got healed. What's he supposed to do? Just lay there? Well, right, how could you just lay there when you had just been healed? He did what they would have done. But that's how hateful they were and how they felt toward him. Well, Jesus found this man, and he was there to help him and let him know he was for him. And apparently from what Jesus said to him, this man had, now sickness doesn't always cause, it's not because people get, they've done something evil or wrong, but and there's germs. Oh yeah, there's germs that come around and we get sick. But he knew this man had done something he shouldn't have that brought on the illness. And so he said to him, "You be sure you don't do that again." And he wanted him to be happy and whole. He wanted him to be happy and whole. Well, what can we learn from this story, Jesse? Have compassion like Jesus did. He didn't look at him and say, "You got yourself in that fix and you can just stay there." He wasn't like that. He wanted to help him, and he was an example. He was an example. Jesus did what he was telling the people, "What I do, greater things than these can you do." He said, "I will help you. I will be there to help you." Oh, Chesley, I'm so glad that Jesus loves and cares, and he goes where there's always a need. Does he go where it's happy? Oh, he's everywhere. He is everywhere. And so we need to, especially in our church services, we want to be happy, or at home, wherever we are. We want to be joyful, happy. We want to be singing praises to the Lord. All the time to the happy is now, and the place to the happy is here. And the way to the happy is to make others happy, and we'll have a lot of happy down here. Yes, the time to be happy, to make Jesus happy, is now. Sing praises to his name. And now we need for you to go to bed. Oh, why don't you either get it? No, Jesse, we can't forget. It's important, I'm not going to get tired of a piece of wood. I know you're a piece of wood, but see, I have things I need to do. Well, you can take me. Well, Jesse, really, I have to get ready for some things tonight at church, and so what we're going to do is to put you to bed. I think this is just wicked. I'm going to call the police. No, you're not going to call the police. I feel like I'm going to cry. No, Jesse, it's just in your nice bed. Why do we have to fuss about this? I think there's a spider. No, there's not a spider in your trunk. I wouldn't have spiders in there. I was just teasing. I thought I'd make you believe it. No, I'm not going to believe it. But we're going to say goodbye and tell everybody that you love them. I love you all the time. To the happiest now, and the place to the happiest here. All right, you go to bed, Chelsea. We'll see you next time.